G'day guys, welcome to Mailbag preview for Cox Plate Day with a big horse. Hello mate.
Good mate.
You excited?
I am, yeah.
You going?
It's hard not to be excited. I'm not going this year. I went the last few years, but
You're not
just
going?
I don't see enough racing when I go to the track. So I went last week, but
So you got the time mate, you're not even going?
no, I've got a bloke actually picking this up because he's didn't arrive in time. So he's coming to get it at lunch.
It's almost lunch now, to be honest.
It is.
Alright, race one, it's a 2-year-old race. Have you got anything you want to talk about? I don't.
No interest.
I
From
thought
me.
Biscara was one of the better parades at Caulfield and was obviously not suited when the other Hayes horse came out and smashed it. So I think it's going to go well, but I don't know how to line up against horses I haven't seen. So I don't want to tip anyone into anything. Agreed?
Too many unknowns.
Race 2, the 155 open handicap odds are as follows. We've got Thermal Current $6, $5, Guard of Honor $5.50, Invincible Hour $5.50, Nasdaq 6s, Desert Lashes 7s, Ashlaw $7.50, Batterjolls 9s, Longer the Rest. Invincible Hour I thought jumped out real well, or just not jumped out. Its track work was really good on Tuesday morning at Moon Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Did it pretty easily, did it quickly. You done a speed map here? It looks pretty busy.
Yeah, there's a bit happening. I was keen to be with Ashlaw, but I'm just not sure about it at the 9:55. So if it was 1100, I reckon Ashlaw could probably get across and be right on the speed and run really well. But there's a bit of competition here. Desert Lashes won well last time going forward. Haybale will probably go forward. Nasdaq will be there. There looks a bit of pace on, as you'd expect over 9:55. Sets up like a horse like Guard of Honor. Generally runs really well over the 1,000 metres off hot tempos, so to be sort of looks to get a good run midfield. Thermal Current loomed up to win first start, and just sort of faded out late. The market drift probably told the story there, so it might have been set for this race. And Badajoz probably should have won this race last year. It's a bit of value around sort of double figures, but tricky little race. I don't really like betting sprint races at the Valley because unless they're like on speed dominant runners, that quite often it's just whoever gets the gap and the luck in the run.
Yeah, and I think one thing I've learnt over the journey is this is the first race where there's like legitimate form on Saturday following the Friday night.
Mm.
So if you knew they were running on, I'd be pretty keen to push Invincible out hard here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what'll be happening.
Probably should talk about the track. Track looks amazing.
I expect it to be completely fair.
Yeah.
He's a freak and he's a confident track man.
Yeah.
And
It'll just come down to tempo. Like people jump all over it, like we said the other week. People will jump all over a track and say it's on pace bias, but it's often tempo.
Yeah.
And the tempo of races in Melbourne have been so all over the place.
Well, Caulfield was different. Caulfield was slaughtered. He fucked that track.
Yeah.
But he gave in to pressure from above, from powerful people.
Yeah.
And it cost his reputation. This guy won't fall into pressure. Whatever happens is he's
Still, a lot of those races were down to tempo, though. I thought.
No, but the track was slaughtered.
The track was stuffed. The track was stuffed, but very elegant. Sort of came from behind. I don't know. I still think if you were good enough and had the right run, you'd come from behind. But I agree, the track was disgraceful for a big day like that. It's
for the weather we had.
Yeah.
Like if it pissed with rain, pissed with rain.
The Verdi drain. Once I heard that they'd Verdi drain, then we got all that rain on race day. We were always going to be in trouble. So
yeah.
Anyway, but the Valley looks amazing, and I expect it just to come down to tempo. If they get a little bit of rain overnight or Saturday morning, going into Cox Plate Day, I think that'll be perfect.
It's pretty interesting tie-in. There's two down to ride Batterhorse. Not to ride that horse, but
yeah,
he hasn't been in the Valley very often. He's a good jockey up in Sydney. Be interesting how he rides.
Yeah.
I think Invincible as the horse. It suits the way Willow will ride. Good.
So he's like the Valley
speed.
too.
Yeah.
It's run some really good races there. It's just a tricky little map.
And he's flying as a trainer.
Yeah, no bet race for me.
Race number 3 is a what? It's
a Group 3.
Is it really? Group 3 over the mile. Sabatino 2.15. Princess Posh, who beat Sabatino at Newcastle, was $6. $7 a Unibet. Bring Me Roses 7s, Miss Gardenia 10s, well 9.50, Silent Roar 13s, Longer the Rest. Horses like Shoko at $23 here, and
I thought Shoko was over the odds.
big odds, isn't it?
Yeah,
Um,
because on the map just looks to get control at the front.
anything take it on?
I don't think so. No, I think you'd still go to the lead, and I'm expecting
Mansell Test goes nice
Sabatiano
round.
to be sort of right there. Be interesting to see what they do with Bring Me Roses, because she's drawn well again. She did settle fourth in the run in that really fast run Australian Guineas.
Well, she ran third to Grunt.
It was a big run, huge run. So if they can get her to jump and be handy, she's definitely the danger, I think, to the fave.
What do you make of? Why is Princess Posh 7s and the favourite 2.15?
Oh, Sabatiano had excuses in that race when Princess Posh beat it. She was 3 wide, no cover, and Princess Posh had all the favours. They gapped the rest in that race. And I'd be happy to be with Sabatiano head to head in this. I understand your point.
But at the price is a little bet, so I think it's too short and Princess Posh is too long, for example. Doesn't mean I want to bet. But if I had to bet on one of the two, I would.
Well, you could say the
Princess
same
Posh.
about Mamselle Test, because Mamselle Test beat Sabatiano at Flemington.
Mamselle Test is a grouse horse for punters. It's constantly huge odds and it constantly runs holes.
It gets a 3 kilo weight turnaround in Sabatiano for beating it. So Sabatiano was unlucky in that race. I'm happy to bet up on Sabatiano. I think she gets a gun run just on the back of Shakora, and she can just what's it called?
Shoko.
And I think she can just put them away coming around the turn. I wanted to bet up on her last week at Caulfield. Had her pegged as a better horse than Shamook, and that was the way I was sort of reading the race. Originally when I looked at it, I thought Shamook was the one to beat, and then I moved to Sabatiano based on their head-to-head record.
Yep.
Sabatiano just smashed Shamook the last time they met. I just think she's a better mare, and I think the only little tiny query on it is obviously Valley first time, but also that this might be just a top-up run for a race like the Mire or the Empire.
If you watched James
Those
last
states
year,
were-
horses like Jordan and such just had runs this day and came out
So
at
that's
Flemington
the
and ran really
little
well.
niggle, but if she's there to win, I think she will win. But it's a short price to find out.
You got me a bit nervous. I think 2.15 is poisonous here. This is a good race. The two horses that appeal the most to me at the odds is Bring Me Roses and Mamselle Tess, who's consistent. I will be looking for Princess Posh. I like the way she maps here. I like the way she's spaced her runs. Chris Lee's as good as any trainer, especially with mares. A horse like Miscut, I can't bet any horses, but if I had to bet right now, I'd probably get something out of Bring Me Roses, Mamselle Tess, and maybe chop Shoko. So I'm not going to be spending too much at all here. But
I've suggested Betfair SP, so I think there might be a little. I ran a poll on Twitter, and everyone, I think it was like 60% of people thought she'd start under 210. So it'd be interesting to see.
I'd say
happens.
she starts like 280.
No, if she starts 280, I'm just be unloading.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I can't see it getting past 250, but I think we might do a little bit better.
Race 4, 1200 metres, assertive play $5, Spanish Whisper $6.50, Into the Abyss $6, Causeway Girl 8s, Rainbow Girl $7.50. I'm So Sweet 9s, Beauty 14s, one at Bendigo there, beating the horse that almost beat Written by Maloney's. Anyway, Longer the Rest. Speed in this race, you got any idea?
The Rainbow, what's it called?
Rainbow Girl, Spanish Whisperer, and a
Rainbow
Rainbow
Girl
I think
led
could kick it up.
last time, yeah. I think Rainbow Girl's the one that
Into
probably
the
get
Abyss gets a
across.
nice run. I'm So Sweet, okay, but needs luck. Causeway Girl's got speed.
Illuminaire will be there.
Assertive play will be out the back and hitting a line, I'd say. What are you doing?
That's my read on it. I thought from the on-pace runners, I thought Rainbow Girl was really good last time. I thought that was just a really dominant sort of win. Didn't rate through the roof, but absolutely smacked him. Just letting me out. The one I've sort of been following all prep has been Assertive Play. Last time just got held up at a critical stage at Caulfield on that firm track, and she looked like she was going to go through the line. Once she got out, she sort of didn't really attack the line, so I'm just...
The one run at Mooney Valley was huge.
Yeah, it was enormous. She should have won that. She should have bolted in. That was against Thrillstar. And that
Spanish Swiss was in that race.
She should have absolutely
Maybe
destroyed them.
the other horse that you're a bit hard on, keeps running holes.
Oh, Hummer.
Yeah, Hummer. It's run well again though.
Yeah.
It's the right
off
form
a slow speed. And the other one, which I took out of that race, and it was very profitable for me, was Mystic Journey. So Assertive Play should have won. Mystic Journey, if Assertive Play didn't, Mystic Journey should have pissed in. So, and it's obviously gone on to better things. So I think it's the right form. It's just, I want to know that she's come through that run well on the firm track.
Yeah.
She'll appreciate getting back to the valley. She'll be back in running. She'll need a bit of luck. So I think she'll drift. She's as short as like 440 in some places, but I'm hoping she'll drift and get to sort of a backable price at 550-ish. So it's hard to recommend a strong bet, but I think she's a chance.
With 112% market at Unibet, she's fives.
Fives.
So I think you're right. 556 as you'll get.
Yeah.
I think she's deservedly favourite. I think Spanish Whisper, if right, can win. And I like that play. So I'll be on a horse that's near the front and a horse with a good close.
Yeah.
So if they
Just
walk,
to cover some
I'm
bases.
suited. And if they go over the quick, I'm suited. So I'll be looking for Assertive Play and Spanish Whisper, and then just really
She's got
reading
serious
next
ability. Like she could smack them if she gets the right run through and they go the right tempo. She could just smack them, but it's hard to have a big bet on her.
Yeah, no, I think it's a pretty thin race. The market's sort of right, but they're keeping horses I don't think can win reasonably safe. Like I'd have horses 100 to 1, 200 to 1 here, and they've gone 40s and 30s, so therefore we're getting good odds. Assertive Play, Spanish Whisper Into the Abyss, Causeway Girls.
It's a good point. The opposition is really not. It's not a deep race.
Yeah, so a race like this, I go to the yard. Hopefully, I got a bit of a gleaning to where I want to be in the run, but I'm only looking for 5 or 6 horses to launch at. If it lines up, then we go. But yeah, it's a thin race, I reckon. One of the thinner races on the card.
Yeah.
Race 5, 1200 metres. Sunset Watch 4s, Spin 550, Wagner 6s, Almerton 11s, More Than Exceed 11s, Big Night Out 14s. Blue Roche is
scratched at the gates.
$15 right now with Tab.
It's a decent price.
That's the wrong price. Okay,
it's the one that we talked about last time. It went from
It's
one
the
side of the
horse-
track to the other.
with extreme
and
talent
then
though.
ran
It's the horse here with
second or something.
upside.
It was an incredible run.
Is Benny Mellon stuck on that too? Oh, beautiful. He has. Okay, Sunset Watch should lead. Almerton More Than Exceed have speed. Wagner from 3 will kick up. It has to. Busy Clint, moderate speed, I thought. Charge and Ring a Ding Ding can cross. The rest sort of make their own luck, but there's good speed here.
There's a few with blinkers first time as well, which could generate
What are you doing?
a bit of speed. I was half keen on Wagner last start. Again, it just could have been the firm track. So the Valley might suit. He gets a good run on the map just in behind the speed. I haven't made it a bet, but it's the one that sort of interests me in the race.
Which? Wagner.
It's
pretty off
Karen McAvoy. Yeah, it's pretty short. So I haven't suggested it as a bet, but it's sort of the one.
See, I'd have
keeping
spin. I'd have spin in that kind of mindset. Like, I reckon it's probably the best proven horse here.
Yeah.
$5 round the mark's too
Got
short.
more runs on the board. Blue Roche, as we said, I reckon that's big overs. What do you make of Almerton? Blinkers off again. It looks like
different
it's
colour
gonna be
silks. It'll be like almost double the price.
I think it's just been priced on its 2-year-old form.
Yeah, so do I. I'm pretty keen here.
You like
I
one?
think Blue Roach is huge odds at $15. I'll be surprised others at 8s. And I thought Ragged Russell's big odds here. Big,
that
big
win
odds.
first up.
Well, it beat Merrill.
Oh my god, that
What price
was
would Merrill be?
that was huge. That was back last and just absolutely flew. I just don't know what's happened to it since. Is it just a first up sprinter or
Well, you can find out at $34.
yeah?
Like-
If it can repeat that run first up,
It can win.
because I was with it the next start at Big Odds and it did nothing. But back to a sprint trip. Yeah, I'm very interested.
Big Red and Russell.
You could have a little play.
Much more so though, Blue Rush for Benny Mellon.
Yeah,
It was very good for
few
us.
backing trip as well.
Very good for us at Geelong there, winning that Derby trial. God does a gem of a ride, Benny Mellon. When he's on, he's the best.
What about the fave Sunset Watch? Doesn't really do much wrong. We'll be up on speed.
Track play by now is that we'll decide if it looks like it's an on-pace bias. He's probably my top pick. I doubt there will be though. I doubt he'll be suited, so I'm against it.
And Big Night Out was the other one that sort of interests me a little bit at a price.
With big odds, that's why I
Blinkers
buy
first
mail though,
time.
man, because we can adjust as it happens.
Yeah.
That's the greatest thing about the way I bet. I don't
Yeah,
have to sort of set myself and predict what way the track's going to play.
It's a nice winner at Geelong. The big unit play.
Which one? I can't
Is it
remember.
Truly discreet.
Oh yeah.
Something discreet.
Well, I got stuck chatting to people when I
Never
sent
gonna
through
lose.
sent through
Never gonna
Princess of Queens. I got stuck chatting to people and they're about to load. I didn't give any units.
So you're chewing Nick's ear off on the donracing.com.
Oh please. All
Race
right.
6.
Race 6.
Group 2. Phillies Classic.
How far? Mile. Mystic Journey, the horse we were just speaking about 420. Fundamentalist 550. El Dorado Dreaming 6s. Anjana for the Stinky Weir Stable 7s. Chrome for the Weir Stable 7s. Pierre Bell 12s. Music Bay 14s. Longer the rest. That's big odds Music Bay.
It's going terrible though.
Why is it still going?
I don't know. Desperate to win something. I've been a Mystic Journey fan since the unlucky run that we talked about before.
And it was good at Caulfield.
She just savaged them. When you look at the sectionals, like when I watched the race live, because I was on Big Odds that day, and in the run, when they got to the turn, I thought, oh, fuck, she's gone already. But once she got the clear air, she just absolutely gapped them. Her last 400, like her sectionals from the 8 to the 6 and the 6 to the 4 were like ranked 14th or 15th or something, like they were nowhere. She was going backwards. But it was just getting clear air.
Yeah.
And then she just, and late, how soft was it? Like,
Yeah.
it's just, and you can tie that form in through the likes of Crone and Anjana, through the rest of them. She's getting pretty short now. She's been backed. I tipped her into my people at 7s on Monday. I actually did a bit of Monday shopping this week. It's not my not my usual go, but I did a bit of all-in Monday snipping.
Monday for
Got some
Saturday.
big odds. Yeah, got some big odds.
I
So
never had markets on.
yeah. So Mystic Journey 7s. She looks to get a pretty good run on the mat. If they go just a steady tempo and she can sit outside the leader, she's a winner. Like she's 5 from 8. She'll just savage them. I really like her. But if they run along in front, like Fundamentalist, it's hard to knock that 1,000 guineas run. Look, the winner until the Amphitrite flashed home and swooped on her. And the other one that sort of interested me a little bit was Pierre Bell, because it jumped from 1,200 to 1,600 last start. It was a big ask and it ran really well, I thought.
Yeah, so do I.
So second start at 1,600, it should improve. I thought it was over the odds. It's $12. I mean, it's a ridiculous price.
The 2 wheel horses in the market, the way his stable's going this last week, I don't want to play. If I did, I'd back Fundamentalist. I agree with what you're saying, Mystic Journey, but it's just about short enough. I don't know what these wheel horses are going to do. If they're right, they can win. But I don't. Mental health reasons, I'll just avoid.
Eldorado Dreaming.
Yeah, like
Hard to know. Like
Exactly.
that was a terrible run last time. Was it the?
there's
Fame Track?
there's too much of that sort of shit. Where if it won though, you go, oh yeah. That's the
Was
sort
the
of
track
races
just
I
too
would
hard?
do.
Because there was a few just runs you just went, what the hell happened there?
The form of that firm track will be better though. Than
Smart
all
Melody,
the
like
other form.
out of that same race, was just awful. So, be interesting to see how they turn it around here on a better
And then
track.
I think a lot of that though is horses aimed at breeding records other than what's best for that horse.
Yeah.
Well, Smart Mother's probably a 1300 metre, 1200 metre horse. Try and stretch it to get that page.
She had a good, solid 1400 though. I thought she was pretty clean.
Crystal Mile, race 7, 600 metres, weight for age. Siege of Quebec, 340. Cliff's Edge, 420. Sir John Lavery, 7s. It's somewhat 7s. Octobello, who rolled the good horse, $11 there at Cranbourne. Prize Icon, longer and longer the rest. Speed. Well, this is a really good race, I reckon. Probably
It's a cracker.
my favourite race of the day. Now, Cedric Quebec can roll forward and put speed into the race. It didn't roll forward last start.
No.
So I know the stewards watch the show. We need a tweet. Well, they do. They find bullshit. We really appreciate a tweet notifying us if Cedric Quebec is going forward or if it's going to be ridden like it was last start, where it was snicked violently and savaged the line. It's very important to predict the race speed here.
Sir John Avery's the other one I think that could go forward.
I don't know if it's quick enough. It'll be forward, but it won't lead. Cliff's Edge could cross and just lead here, and I'm be very, very hard to catch old Cliffy. Octobello, don't like the map. I want to be with CG Quebec, Cliff's Edge, and Sir John Lavery in the market. You could dutch around that already, but if I don't get a notification of change of tactics, CG Quebec, it's going back, which is the law.
Yeah.
I'm happy to ignore it and maybe try and get out in the run if I have to.
What price do you think I got Sir John Avery?
12s?
17.
Fuck. Well, I backed it at Flemington on the movers.
Yeah.
When it was slaughtered. Still don't know how he
I
did
think
get
he
it
ran
wrong.
off and said if he had have led, he probably would have won.
But that was a much slower race. Cliff's Edge is a genuine fast horse here.
Yeah.
And also, if Cliff's Edge and Cedric Quebec roll forward together, that's what I wanted to say. If we get a notification to change of tactics, my confidence on those two horses lessens a lot. Because it's the two, I think, better horses in the race chewing each other up, which I don't want to be around.
Sir John can just get the camp off.
Yeah.
Him.
Could. Prize Icon's more suited here though, with the just sort of going to be parked away and just.
Yeah, he's a hard one to assess, isn't he? Like,
This is the
probably
sort of
his
run-
best. This is his best setup for a win.
Yeah, this is
that
the
he's
sort of
had for a
ride that's
while.
going to suit his
And
style.
what price? You're getting a good price.
Well, you get big. He'll be massive when they come around to jump.
Yeah, he's become a bit of a non-winner, but yeah, he's a good horse. I'm not sure how well he's going now, but at his best, he could definitely win. I liked the run of Sir John Avery last time. That X-Stain's a pretty good mare. Like she ran second in the Group 1 mile last year, so she's no slouch, and I think he should have been right there in the photo. I'm playing around, probably wrongly, but I'm playing around the Cliffs and Cedric Quebec, like the Toorak sort of form line, and I've lent the other way to Sir John Avery and Sovereign Nation. Sovereign
Plus
Nation.
blinkers.
Sovereign Nation. Listen to this. First up, last prep had the winkers off. Second up, winkers on. 1 at 14s.
Is that big race?
Later ran second in the Group 1 Toorak to Toes and Stardom. First up, had the winkers off again, this prep. Second up, no gear change. Third up, here, blinkers on. I reckon it's target race.
I backed him in Toorak last year, so I'll
Sovereign Nation
look after the young man.
gets a 4.5 kilo swing on Sir John Avery from that race. So Sir John was unlucky.
You're big on the weights, though.
Oh, especially mile plus. Yeah, sprints I don't worry about it too much. But 4.5 kilos over a mile trip can make a difference. Huge weight turnaround. If he can get the right run at the right time, I think he's a chance. He's $12, and I think we'll get better. I've suggested bet for SP on it. And the only run at the track and distance, he won the Group 2 stakes as a 3-year-old.
It's certainly one of those horses that, when right, is capable of anything.
So Cliff's Edge, to me, is the one to beat. Cedric Quebec, camping just off it, is a huge chance. Clearly, they're the two to beat, but I've just got the other two at the big double figure odds. So.
Yeah, and the more you talk about it and I think about it, I'm more it's off. Gay, I think, is up and about.
Goes flying.
So that kind of levels that up a bit for me in my head. Like Kyrgyz, I think if they really go quick, it'll run on, hit the line. It's huge odds. It's somewhat like James is flying.
It somewhat like gets in beautifully at the weights. I liked it in this race as a sort of a chance last year. I actually tipped Lucky Hustler to everyone last year, big odds on Twitter.
Did it win?
Not my members, but that was before I'd started the thing.
Did it win?
Yeah, it pissed in, remember?
No,
I declared it a win after it ran the start prior, and then 3 weeks later it won. It was
I reckon
pretty
last year I backed a horse, Blake Shinroad from Bill and Baker at 11-1. But last year was just figuring out the bias all day.
I had a shocking day last year, other than the obvious Winks and old mate. Yeah, so I don't know. That's the way I'm sort of seeing it. I think the two out in front are going to be really hard to beat. But if they overdo it a little bit, Sir John and Sovereign Nation, I think Sovereign Nation's big odds.
I think it's more than most horses on this card are a meowing yard horse. Like I backed it in the Turak. I didn't back it first up. This is prep. Like there's some horses, there's a bunch of horses that I can kind of just look at them once and go, yeah, you're sweet.
Yeah.
Or you're not. This Edge hasn't been 100% sweet yet this prep. I think it's got more improvement.
Yeah, maybe you're saying that after.
Horses like that. There's some horses I've got a really good guide on, and if I get the feel, I'll launch. But what I'm trying to say is I'll be back in Sovereign Nation if it walks and looks how I've seen it before.
I wouldn't worry about the market too much with the Hayes camp. I reckon they keep
their
cards very close
they don't
to
know
their
what they're doing
chest.
half the time. A good male that they backed. You could tell by the market they backed the second horse of their 2-year-olds. The other thing won. Nothing pissed them. Race 8, the Valley Gold Cup, 2,500 metres.
Pretty good race, actually.
Taj Mahal 6s on the 7-day backup. Trap for Fools 850. Tosin Basil 9s. Egg Tart 950. Unibet. Libran 10s. Longer the rest. Oh, what do you want to do here?
Does Track for Fools run 2,500 out strongly?
Is Trap for Fools any good?
Yeah, guess
I'm
so.
saying no.
Well, you're set up to win.
Or if they go, you can have any.
Safe to say,
If you could buy, if we could go and buy any of these horses for the same price, it'd be about the 15th horse I'd buy in the race. That's how I'm going to tip on this race, because I'm going to wait and watch them walk probably. But on Tuesday morning, I saw Egg Tart track work. I saw it walk around before
she's looking good.
It went, and she did it with Winks. If I didn't know who the two horses were, I would buy Egg Tart and not Winks. She's a beautiful, beautiful type. Great condition. I think she's the one to beat here. I'm really keen.
Yeah.
I'm really keen Egg Tart. And the other one I liked was Libran from Tuesday morning. Taj Mahal backing up, scary as fuck. But a lot of others I'm not that interested in. Egg Tart is the most. I was really excited to see her.
Wow, it's a big push.
It's I haven't dived into the race time wise or even speed map wise. It's just on type.
It's funny how you've said that's the way you're assessing the race. Look at how I'm assessing the race. I'm just working with who I think's the best horse. It's a good way to start, but
yeah.
Normally you look at maps and you look at.
And I know that she's
yeah.
SP real short and good races, so she's obviously got some ability and like respected and times and all that shit to SP short.
Yeah, I just don't know what's wrong with her. Like, I thought going into this spring, I thought she'd be a legitimate Caulfield Cup contender, having had the light 4-year-old season.
But if you look at the way that he treats his horses, she's a star.
If
she's running here, she's right.
Yeah, he's very patient.
That's my attitude as well.
Yeah, I won't be losing on it. I'll definitely be having something on because I've piled into her 2 weeks ago. But I just thought Tosin Basil. Have a guess what price we got Tosin Basil on Monday?
I reckon whatever you've taken is the wrong price. This is a horse that's like
15.
Huge odds and nowhere ready to aim at this race.
15s.
So when it run that big race, it started at 200s, you know?
Yeah, but look at its Japanese form. Like, it's a proper horse. And they thought this would be their Caulfield Cup horse, I think, outside Kingswood Dream. I think they really rated this as their Caulfield Cup, and I just don't know what happened last time. So I think he's probably the best horse in the race, and he gets in on the minimum at the weight scale. So the wide gate could end up being a positive. There's a bit of chatter that he might have just been cluttered up inside horses, and that's why he didn't let down last time. I think the stable were just really confused as to why he ran poorly. That could have been it. If he can get a nice run, 3 wide cover, I think he should be beating them, in my opinion. But
It's confident, aren't you?
yeah, well, Libran, it's funny you've mentioned it. It ran really well.
Faster they go, the better.
Ran
Right?
second to Who Shot the Barman in this race last year,
Yeah.
and he gets a 4 kilo, like over 2,500. Talking about weights, 4 kilos weight swing on Who Shot the Barman for that second last
So
year.
I care much more for like snicks and shit like that. Like how much you say like 4 kilos is 2 lengths. How many lengths is like incompetent ride that like slaughters it for fucking 50 metres?
Yeah, I've got one of those.
You know what I mean?
Later on.
And they got
I've
more
got a
chance to
snick- I've
fuck
got
them
a
over
snick-
2,500.
Yeah, I've got a snick one later on. Yeah.
Matty Hill's really into the word snick now.
Yeah, he's used it. He must be a watcher. He probably
Thanks for watching.
he
man.
probably got the stewards on together.
It wasn't on to me. It was on the Wish.
Yeah.
Who's flying? The Wish is flying. How's this for Wish, right?
Yeah. Where is the wish?
He's
Where's
won,
the
he's
wish?
won a lot of money in the last few days.
Punting or
Yeah, my maps and prices and my manning up mail.
Yeah. Well, it's an easy
So I
way
go
to
in there on Wednesday. We give him our money if we're at Syndicate for the Geelong Cup. And give him the money. He's flying. I'm helping him a lot. He snips me for $50 on top of it. Where are you going with? Like, I'm expecting a sling. Oh, I gave him 50 like 3 weeks back. Nothing gets past him, man.
The concern for Libran is gate 2, Hugh Bowman, the race before Wings. So just make a note of that. Make a mental note
That's-
before you go
that is-
piling into Libran.
I won't be pulling into the run already, guys.
Yeah.
Might be saving on it now.
You're
You're right.
Mega Blast is the roughie that sort of interested me.
I liked it last start as a roughie and it went shit house.
Yeah, because it ran really well to start prior, but I think it might have just been the firm track. There's a few you got to forgive. It's a horse I don't think appreciates a really hard track, and I think getting back to the valley, what price is it? It's like 25.
Big odds. Isn't it fascinating how if a track's a firm 2, they say good 3,
Mm.
and if a track's a heavy 12, they say like soft 7.
See, I'd much prefer
Truth.
that aerated version of the track that we got at Caulfield than a really firm 2 track.
I'd much prefer a firm 2.
Yeah, it's funny. Because I don't like
I would have thought
not
you'd be
knowing
the
if
other way
horses, not knowing if horses. Well, most people would be, but me personally, I don't like not knowing if a horse is going to jar up and not try.
around. I like more chaos because it suits me because I can adapt through the day.
Mm.
And the sooner you pick up on like, oh that part's off, this part's off.
Yeah, but you don't know if a horse is going to just jar up and not try though.
I think you can get a lot out of how they move before they race to how they're going to handle that stuff. But I just think it's just so much better for the game if, like, it's Caulfield Cup Day. There's a lot of people betting more than they ever would, or betting that don't normally bet.
The forecast
And
is
to be,
stuffed,
and to be
though.
fucked over.
Yeah, but the weather
Just see how
forecast is
testing,
stuffed.
mate.
It's impossible because the week prior to that they forecast all that rain,
Yeah.
expecting a soft track, and then we ended up with a hard track.
My attitude is like,
And
I'm
this
sweet.
time, they said maybe 1 or 2 mils, and they got like 10 or something, didn't they?
Yeah, but they've got to be better. They've got to be
Yeah.
more. You've got to have more. Like,
I think-
I'm responsible for what I do. I can't blame other people. But what I'm trying to
I
say
think
is,
they're unlucky.
I can adjust. But like, if you bet on State of Origin in rugby league, and the results dictated by this ridiculous decision,
Mm.
and it's game 2, do you bet in game 3?
I don't watch rugby league.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I'd be like, fucking cheats. Got no interest. You know what I mean?
The big one, the Cox.
Spend 2 minutes on this. 2,040 metres. Group 1 weight for age. Winks $1.22. Ben Battle 9s. Humidor not 18s. Rostropovich 31s. Avilius 34s. Longer the rest. I don't know what do you want to do here?
Oh, I just can't wait.
Are you backing her or are you laying her? Or are you watching her?
I'll back her. Just whatever's in the account at the time, we'll just go on her.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, she's ready to explode. I think she'll just belt them. Ben Battle's a really good horse. That was a super win over Blair House, but I just think
What price would Blair
I
House be
think
here?
this year.
Blair House would be longer odds than Kings Will Dream.
Yeah. If Ben Battle's 8s or 9s, Blair House would be 12s.
Didn't Blair House run second to Korea? Not Korea.
No.
The good horse.
No, Blair House had its first start. Ran second to Ben Battle.
Wasn't its first start? Oh no, that was the one last week.
No.
What's one last week that tied with Muscatine? Sorry, Best of Days.
Oh, Better Days.
Sorry, been a big
Yeah,
week.
wrong horse. Lee House is going to the McKinnon.
Yep.
Ever win that if Ben Battle's not there. Yeah, I think she's just ready to explode. Ben Battle's good. It'll run along in front. I'm not sure they'll go like a mad tempo. It just depends what information they've got. If they're believing this bullshit that Winks can't cope with the tough speed and
Their whole
she's a
industry's
sit
based on
sprinter.
like a form rating that was like invented before like we had motorised vehicles.
Yeah. So
Yeah, like
I'm really hoping Ben Battle
complete
goes
utter
out
fossils over
and
there.
runs them along. Because
Faster
I
the
think
better,
Winks
yeah?
will just win by further, yeah. I think she's primed. Like last year, there was all these question marks on her. I think Chris maybe panicked a little bit. Like he's been unbelievable with her. I'm not potting Chris Waller at all. But I think she peaked. Although she ran the track record, I think she peaked in the Turnbull. And I think she's just ready to explode on Saturday. Can't wait. I think it'd be a space job if they run along. I think she'll space them. Ben Battle will run second, I expect, and then third, be Humidor or even Kings will Dream could surprise with the blinkers on for the first time. Excellent run in the Caulfield Cup. So
Well, there it is, punters.
very exciting.
I've got no idea. I don't really care. I'm looking forward to watching, hopefully, history. I think she's going to piss in, but I probably will still lay her because
If they run along, Huey will be just
Yeah.
sitting up on her, just waiting, and then just
I
go.
laid her really heavily throughout the race in the Turnbull, and I reckon it's pretty unlucky to not get it up. I do think she's more likely to win this race than she was even to win the Turnbull. Like, it's just what she said.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Um,
Grand final, she's not. This is her last race.
Like, she is underrated, but Hugh is overrated. 6, I think's the right draw. If she drew like 3 or 1, I'd be really scared because I wanted to win. It's good for racing.
Small field, like there's really no dramas here for me at all. Just think she's a model.
She's not going to get any favours though. Like if John Allen is near her, like, you think John Allen gives a fuck? They're all going to try and beat her.
I'm not worried about the ride or track pattern or anything, to be honest. But you know,
I think she'll win
I'm
too.
not going to go tipping a $1.20 shot, but I'm just really excited. I can't wait to see her gap them.
Alright, race number 10. 2,040 metres again. Very elegant. 320. Arameo 4 for $5. Savoy $8.50. Dealmaker 10s. Mickey Blue Eyes 17s. Real Success 16s. Longer the rest. Approach Discreet's $26. What's that about? It should have beaten Savoy 2 starts back over 800 metres. That's interesting. What are you doing here, big boy?
This is one of my best of the day in this. If you go back and watch the run of Dealmaker in the Spring Champion, he profiles similarly to Thinking Big, who bolted in last week. They both missed a run going into that Spring Champion. So Dealmaker went in 4 weeks between runs. Thinking Big went into that a run short.
Yeah.
And we saw what Thinking Big did. Slow tempo in front, but gapped them. Dealmaker drew wide in the Spring Champion, went back to the tail of the field.
Yeah.
Came to the straight, was inside, went to go outside, couldn't get a run, then veered back all the way across to the inside of the track, like really travelling, and then really got to the line well. So from a better draw here, this is what I was talking about, you know, being snicked before versus weights. The way I'm reading this race is Arameo had the gun run last time and had the head start on Dealmaker, whereas this time I think Dealmaker can be right up near the speed on the back of Savoy and Real Success and horses like that, whereas Arameo is likely to be back from the car park. So I think the market gap between those two is ridiculous. Arameo is obviously very good, and he could just, like 2 starts back, Arameo off a slow tempo on a good track, just absolutely brained a decent field. But I just really like Dealmaker in this, and I think he's the best sort of value runner, around $17 going to a derby as well. So He was another all-in play on Monday at 11s. Very Elegant is coming out. Is it been scratched yet?
Oh no, no, it hasn't.
Well, I'm pretty sure it will be coming out, so that'll shrink the market. Yeah, I'm pretty keen on Deal Maker. Real Success was unlucky last
The
time. but-
all-in bet's really good there. I get you.
Yeah, so any scratchings or whatever, we get the.
I got no opinion in this race. None. What you're saying makes good sense, and it's. But a horse like even Stripping Royalty to Chop King Jr. at 81s, I don't think it's hopeless. I'm pretty sure it was back to beat Approach Discreet last start in Adelaide. That'll be stable led, so they've obviously got an opinion of the horse.
The other big positive is Karen McAvoy on, Hugh Bowman off.
Yeah, big mounting yard race there for myself. Now,
Kieran on Deal Maker.
let's head to. We'll quickly touch on tonight, which is the Manicato Stakes. This is a fucking good race. Anything else you like on the card tonight?
Just one today, the Chuka. Don't know whether it'll go up in time. Race 7, number 8. Write your name. We're into
It
that.
should be up in time, hopefully.
At $4.90, it's been absolutely smashed. So
It should be winning.
Prez should be.
Righto, race 7 tonight at the Valley. 1200 metres, Sunlight 460, Kementari 550, US Navy Flag 550, Hootson 9s, Brace Mash 950, Spirit of Valor 12s, Voodoo Lad 17s, that's huge odds. Longer the rest, what are you doing?
Couple more all-in plays. I was really keen on Spirit of Valor in this before the barriers. It's drawn the car park, which isn't ideal. So I've sort of called my jets on it a little bit, but the two main plays were it and US Navy Flag, who I thought would improve big time.
racist. You died.
Yeah, no.
You fucking
Well, they've been good. So
You
it just
pounded
didn't-
all the locals
I had US Navy Flag at 15s.
in a sprinting race.
Yeah. This myth about the money being good over staying trips.
I didn't even say they were good over staying trips. What do I do when the Cox play? They get their pants ripped down again.
Yeah, no, they go alright.
I reckon Hootson's huge odds here. Kementari, very hard to beat, and Sunlight hard to knock. But I want to be with Hootson. I'm looking for Kementari, maybe Chop Sunlight. Unlikely to find an international here. I think Voodoo Lad's big odds. And
Sunlight
Victor
maps
Star.
really well, doesn't it? I just 51 kilos, but I just
Tulip is massive odds.
she beat Merrill and Hummer
Mm.
last start. Like she was dominant, she had a big weight, but bugger me. If they were in this race, they'd be
Invincible
80,
Star's
maybe
big
80s.
odds. It's the one that's big odds. Hootson's the wrong price still.
I'm just looking for class animals. I've got Kementari at 12s, but yeah, Fleet Review is the other one. Like it's actually the best performed runner out of it in Spirit of Valor. US Navy Flag's probably the better performer out of the three, but if it can produce its best, it's ridiculous odds at $41. Yeah, I'm betting around the locals in this. Malaguera is apparently flying, but I just don't think it's.
I always say that.
Yeah, they can get them right though.
First up in a Group 1 is to be absolutely fucking flying, doesn't it?
Onto the Winterbottom after this, but yeah, I haven't backed it and I won't be. Brave Smash. What do you make of it?
No, I'm penning all the horses that coming back from the Everest. It's got two things against it: coming back from the Everest and DK. Post grand final.
Spirit of Valor is my best result. It's 5-figure plus collect for me. I was really keen before the barriers, and I still think it can win. And US Navy Flag, they're sort of my two.
All right. Anything else?
All
We're clicking up to 44, so we should.
right, in the first race of the night, is it Propel?
Yeah, I've backed it.
Yeah, I think it's a good chance. 3 sort of 20 plus, jumped out really well, rated really well, and it was at the Sale Maiden win. And-
$3 best odds now. It'll probably start 260, I'd say. I thought that Trilly
it was
with a
lame. That
positive rating I report from Trilly. It's a
ran
bet.
really well.
It was a slight snickery last start.
And what did you make of the Odeon race?
Which race is that?
Race 4. I just thought Odeon back to 2040. Maps really well just to track Zar speed in the
No,
rain.
no real feel, mate. Rhythm of Spare looks big. Just wait till I see him. Like,
Rhythm to Spare would be better with a bit of give in the track.
the Lord Mayor looked really well Tuesday morning.
Waging War has been sensational all prep. And he's
270
ready
can,
to win,
can
but
get fucked.
going back, yeah, I'd rather be with Odie and getting the gun run on speed. So,
All right, sweet.
all right,
Thanks,
thanks,
mate.
mate. Thanks for coming.